Look at the sidewalk outside your house. It's probably cracked. Look at the bridges in your city. They are crumbling. Modern concrete, the material we built our entire civilization on, has a fatal expiration date. It starts to degrade in as little as 50 years. But go to Rome. Walk into the Pantheon. You are standing under the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the world. It was built nearly 2,000 years ago. It has withstood earthquakes, wars, and gravity, and it is still perfect. For centuries, this didn't make sense. How could an ancient civilization, working with primitive tools, create a material that is exponentially stronger than modern engineering? We thought we knew the answer. We thought it was luck. We thought it was volcanic ash, but we were wrong. In 2023, scientists finally cracked the code, and they discovered that the Romans didn't just build structures, they built structures that are alive. Welcome to Era by Era. Today we are uncovering the lost chemical formula that allowed Rome to defy time itself. Here is the mystery. When modern engineers looked at samples of Roman concrete, they always saw these tiny, annoying white chunks. They're called lime clasts. For decades, archaeologists looked at these white chunks and laughed. They assumed the Romans were just sloppy. They thought the Romans didn't mix their cement well enough. They thought it was poor quality control. Think about the arrogance of that. We looked at the builders of the Colosseum and the aqueducts and said, wow, they were bad at mixing. But a team from MIT recently decided to look closer. They realized something impossible. These white chunks weren't mistakes, they were the secret weapon. The Romans weren't using the lime we use today. They were using quicklime, calcium oxide, and they were mixing it into the concrete at extremely high temperatures. This is a technique called hot mixing. Here is why that matters. When you mix concrete this way, those little white chunks, the lime clasts, remain chemically reactive. They're like sleeping time bombs waiting for a trigger. And what is the trigger? The very thing that destroys modern concrete: water. In the modern world, when a crack forms in a bridge, water gets in. It rusts the steel, it widens the crack, and the bridge collapses. Water is the enemy. But in Roman concrete, the water is the fuel. Here is exactly what happens. A crack forms in a Roman wall. Rainwater seeps in. The water hits those little white lime chunks. Suddenly, chemistry. The water dissolves the lime, creating a calcium-rich solution that recrystallizes. It literally grows new stone. The concrete heals its own wound. It takes about 2 weeks. If a crack opens, the concrete senses the water, reacts, and seals the crack shut before it can spread. It is an automated self-repair system, invented 2,000 years before the computer. This is why Roman seawalls are still standing in the Mediterranean Ocean, battered by waves for 2 millennia. In fact, the seawater actually makes the Roman concrete stronger over time. Meanwhile, our modern seawalls, built with advanced Portland cement and steel reinforcements, crumble into dust in less than a century. So why did we lose this technology? Like so many things, it vanished with the fall of the empire. The recipe was lost. The hot mixing technique was forgotten. We spent the last 200 years building cities out of a material that is designed to die, while the immortal recipe was hiding in plain sight, disguised as sloppy mixing. But now that we know the secret, everything changes. We're starting to see Roman-inspired self-healing concrete enter the market. Imagine roads that don't have potholes. Imagine seawalls that protect cities from rising oceans without needing repairs. We aren't inventing the future, we're just finally catching up to the past. The Romans didn't have computers, they didn't have steel beams, but they had the chemistry to outlast us all. If you want to see the lost computer the Greeks built 2,000 years ago, you have to watch this video right here. It will change how you view history. I'll see you in the next era.